Welcome to Pop Cult, where we talk reality TV, celebrity chaos, and pop culture throwbacks. Hey everybody, welcome back to Pop Cult. I'm Avery.
And I'm Julia.
And we are your hosts. Welcome back to another week of Reality Digest. This week we have a very exciting edition because the Eras Tour 6-part docuseries came out on Friday, the first 2 episodes. So every week we'll be covering which episodes came out. So we'll be doing like episodes 1 and 2 today. How are you doing today? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm ready to talk about this Taylor Swift, but I know you wanted to talk the Golden Globes first.
Yes, so the Golden Globe nominations came out, I'm honestly not sure. It might have been this past week, but it might have been the week prior. Nonetheless, I have some words about those who were nominated, just some of them. So I'm going to read them out. There are 6 nominees. Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard.
Not surprised. Call
Her Daddy. Also not surprising. Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
Oh, I'm not surprised by that.
The Mel Robbins Podcast.
I don't know who that is.
You're lucky. Heartless.
Oh, I'm not surprised by that one.
And this last one I actually don't know. It's called Up First.
I've never heard of it.
I'm gonna look it up because there is like a trend here that I do want to address.
Famous people interviewing famous people?
It just feels like they nominated their friends. Like, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know who does bothered. The Golden Globe nominations. Is that like the Academy? Is that?
I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, Up First is an NPR podcast. It does not look like it's anyone like, A-list famous.
Like one single person?
Yeah.
Stop giving me a straight answer. It's definitely an Academy Award show, so
Okay. Well, we'll say it says, okay, I'm seeing the voters are entertainment journalists working for non-US based media outlets.
Okay.
Unlike the Oscars, Golden Globes aren't industry professionals.
Yeah, because the Oscars is like, because I know Jennifer Lawrence is part of that.
Oh, T. I love that for
like
her.
Post all of her winnings.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I just feel here's the thing. Call Her Daddy, I'm fine with. Up First, I'm fine with. Even the Mel Robbins podcast, I could get behind because this is sort of her brand. Like, she is kind of like a motivational speaker, like life coach type character, which her content is annoying to me in and of itself, but like I can see why. Like, a podcast is a good platform for somebody like her because she's really just like talking. There's not much else physical going on behind the scenes. She just talks. Like, Armchair Expert, Smartless have been around for a while. I really think the one that I have the most problem with is Good Hang with Amy Poehler, because she has not even had this podcast for a year. And
it is very new.
To your point, it's like all she does is interview her friends. Like, at least on Armchair Expert, they will interview like industry professionals like once a week.
Yeah, experts in different fields.
Exactly, like something like
I think Amy has only done like famous people like in Hollywood world. I don't know if she necessarily is like technically friends with all of them, but she definitely is like probably 2 degrees away from each of them. That could be like the plan, like year 1 to be established, you're only doing like really famous people to get views, and then you move on and you become more like Dax Shepard's podcast where you start to expand who you're interviewing. And that way you already have a view base. But it is kind of crazy to only have a handful of episodes out and being nominated for a Golden Globe. When did she start? Let's see, oldest episode, March 18th. Literally
literally not even been a year. Like, I just have a little bit of a problem with that. Like, I guess I think about Alex Cooper, and love her or hate her, whether you like her podcast or not, she has been working her tail off to get this podcast to the place where it is for literally almost a decade, if I had to guess. I feel like this podcast started when I was like a freshman in college at the earliest. So like I would say at least 5 to 10 years she's been doing this, and I just feel like that makes sense to me. I don't love that Amy Poehler and it's not that I don't like Amy Poehler. I think she's funny, whatever. Do I think that Amy Poehler needed a podcast? No. Like, I don't know.
No, but she even talks about that on her podcast. I don't know if
I know. Yeah. So then it just bothers me that I don't know if she'll win. Who knows? I hope it's Call Her Daddy. All the stuff that Alex has done this year, she really deserves it. But I just feel like it's literally like, oh, congratulations to my bestie. Like, Because like the only reason she gets good people for interviews is because she is one of those people that people interview. She's a celebrity. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being dramatic about it. Do I really give a shit about the Golden Globes? No. I kind of think that all award shows are just moments for celebrities to pat themselves on the back, as if they don't do that enough already. So whatever, but I just had to get that out there.
I still eat them up. I watch like every award show that ever exists. Like I love
and
watching
like
them.
I have to watch them now because I'm sure we'll cover them. But like it is funny to me that it's just like we have so many award shows every year that are literally just famous people giving themselves awards.
And I'm always gonna watch.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, I watch for the outfits mostly, or like for an incident like Will Smith and Chris Rock, like that's kind of once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah,
you don't want to miss that. I guess my question is Golden Globes. What's good? Like, why are we not on this list?
For real, us in our 20 episodes. I'm sorry.
And you know what? That's not much less than Amy Poehler has.
Yeah, because if she's only been doing like one a week since March, and we've been doing two, we'll
October.
Double her in no time.
We're gonna lap her so quick, she's not even gonna know what hit her.
Amy, have us on your podcast.
Amy, prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. I do like Amy Poehler. I do want to say that. It's not that I don't like her as a person. It's not her fault that she got nominated for a Golden Globe, but
is it?
Maybe like
you do have to submit yourself, don't you?
Do you? I don't know.
I thought that was for everything.
You're probably right.
I think for any award, I could be totally wrong about this. I know for a fact for the Grammys you do have to submit yourself to be nominated for a Grammy.
Okay.
The other ones I don't know.
I just would love to see what was it that Morbid was nominated for?
They were not officially nominated. So these were from the 25. Those were the 5 or 6 that were actually chosen.
If I could pick my top 5 from this list, it would be Armchair Expert would be on there just because I feel like they pump out so much content every week. It's honestly impressive. Call Her Daddy would be on there. Probably Crime Junkie, Morbid.
I'm gonna have to pick Amy. Like I don't know any of these other people.
I would probably pick Smartless just because they've been doing it for so long. But if I listened to some of these other ones, I probably would pick another one if I knew their content. Yeah, I mean, I would
right here at the bottom. The deadline for submission is October 31st, 2025.
We should submit ourselves.
You do have to submit yourself. I'm sure there's requirements, but like Loki, I'm gonna go look at this link that it has.
You're probably
right. System.
Oh my god, T! You guys, we're totally gonna submit ourselves next year.
Well, we're just a little bit, like 2 months late, because the deadline was Halloween.
Yeah, well, but in 2026, we'll submit ourselves.
Yeah, we'll submit. Just for fun. Like,
just for the gag.
Like, why wouldn't we? Like, we have free will.
What if we get put on the list of 25?
Like, literally.
Like, my thing is, though, what are the criteria? Because
probably to show your face.
You're so right. But I don't really know that Amy Poehler is doing anything that's like super crazy, disruptive.
She just has a full studio with microphones and a whole team who does her research for her.
But doesn't that make you want to vote for somebody like us more because we do it all ourselves?
I would hope.
And we don't want the fame.
And we do it cross country.
Yeah, so true. We're literally
we're long
opposite
distance
ends of the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I mean that was a tangent, but I just would have loved to see something like a Morbid on there just because it's so self-made, whereas I just feel like Amy Poehler is just riding the wave of her fame, which again is not her fault. I'm sure she worked hard to get where she is in her acting career, but I don't necessarily know that she needs to be up for a Golden Globe. Somebody who does need to be up for many awards, though, is Taylor Swift for the massive cultural phenomenon that was the Eras Tour. And I am so glad that we're getting to learn all about it.
I just, it was so good. I cried. Both episodes. I cried. I cried when she was talking about those 3 little girls, and I cried when she was giving out her $179 million worth of bonuses.
Insane.
Because I loved it so much. I had such a good time watching it. I love any kind of Taylor content I can get, and I recognize that all of this is not staged, but she knew she was being filmed. But I'm gonna eat it up regardless. We're not gonna get any of this kind of footage any other time ever, probably again.
No, I agree. I don't, honestly yeah, she knows she's on camera, but I feel like she's been on camera for such a long time that who she is on camera is who she is not on camera.
Yeah, I think that's a great point.
It was so fun, like just watching her interact with her team. I feel like I don't know. It's so weird. Like even in that one of those very first scenes where she's like huddled up and her arms are around her team. I'm like, imagine like Taylor Swift's armpit being in your face.
Literally.
You know?
Well, I can't even imagine that.
Like you're so close to Taylor Swift, you could literally stick your finger in her armpit.
Okay.
That would be
Are you
weird,
would you do that?
No, but I always think about that whenever someone has their armpit exposed. I feel like because like my mom used to do that to us. Like if we had
oh my god, she's traumatized.
An armpit out, like she would stick her finger, because like your armpits are ticklish. So, but
was it you?
But
or maybe it was me who said like the urge to push somebody in the pool when they're standing at the edge is like so strong. That's what you're giving me right now.
I've never thought about that.
I think that was me. I think about it every time somebody's at the edge of a pool.
That's so funny. It's like literally, it's like your tick. Like
yeah.
I'm gonna push them in the pool. That's
but
so
imagine
funny.
handwriting a note for every single one of your employees.
How many people do you think there were?
Hundreds. Like I'm gonna more than that. Because you have to think you have her and just her whole team that she travels with all the time. And then you have every single one of her dancers. And then you have every single person who can move the stage. But then you also have the regular people like the stage manager. And then you have the assistant stage manager. And then you have that stage manager's entire crew in addition to everybody who's putting together the stage. And then you have the drivers.
And the audio people.
And
the
audio people.
Guys,
like
and
there's
the grips and like
so and everyone who's doing all of the motions on the stage is probably its own individual team. And then you have her security.
Like the graphics artists for sure.
Yeah. And the choreographers,
oh, true. The choreographers, everybody. I mean, her entire band, the background vocalists.
Yeah,
okay, so I did the math. What I read was that they all got $100,000 bonuses.
So that was for the drivers. So
I thought everyone got it.
That was just for the drivers, and then it's being speculated that each of her backup dancers got $750,000 to $1 million is what it's being speculated. Oh my god.
Okay, so let's take 100. You said 175 million.
197 million.
197, not 79. 197 million divided by 750,000 is about 262 people. So I would say roughly she probably had about 250 people with her.
Well, yeah, but like the 750,000 was only for her backup dancers.
But so just roughly.
Yeah, so then everyone else is getting either less or equal to that. I have no idea. Like the concept of either one $100,000 or $750,000 is just like I can't even think about that much money because that has never ever existed before to me. So that the concept of that is just, I mean, there's no other words for it other than absolutely life-changing.
Like speechless.
There's and that's just the bonus.
That's so true. I wonder if they get paid hourly.
No, yeah, they're getting. I don't know if they're salaried or hourly, but that is not their regular pay. They get paid on the reg.
Yeah, I bet you they have day rates. They probably get paid this is probably too low, but just to throw it out there, $1,000 a day or something is their day rate.
Even that is crazy.
No, I know. No, it really is. I mean, those dancers worked their ass off. I actually really enjoyed the second episode, getting to learn about the choreographer. I like Mandy Moore, and then the girl. What was her name?
The assistant or the
blonde girl?
Amanda, I think.
Amanda. Yes, I really enjoyed getting to learn about her and also Cam.
Yeah, I love that scene with his mom. That was really sweet.
You know what I did think was funny is that at one point someone compared the Eras Tour to Woodstock but without the drugs, and I just think that that's really ironic because that is our Fame Files this week, and even though they're not talking about the same Woodstock. But
what was I gonna say? Well, I just loved seeing the concept of changing your entire tour 2 years in.
True, I forgot about that part.
And just that I can't even imagine doing this kind of tour. You're doing a 3.5 hour show. You're doing that every single night. Well, she did 3 nights and then she'd have 4 days off, I think, for travel time, if I'm remembering this correctly.
Sometimes 4 days. Yeah. And she even did cities where she had 5 days.
She did 5 nights in a row, and then she'd have a travel day. But in the span of this, she wrote 2 full albums and recorded them and released them.
Yeah.
And then she's saying she doesn't go to bed until 4 a.m.
I know.
And then she wakes up at what? She wakes up at noon?
She probably has sound check because the shows usually started at what, 8?
Yeah, 7, yeah, 8. 8, yeah.
So if I had to guess, she probably has sound check at like 4. So she probably sleeps from 4 to 2.
So like where like the concept of her just having the time to do this and having the strive to do this, I would be so exhausted. But you can tell she's exhausted. She's just a beast, and she truly, 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 truly understands professionalism, and that she is the face of her company, and that she always needs to be on when she's in a group of people. And I understand how hard that is. But it's just, I commend her so much for being able to do that, because I have met a lot of people who need to learn from her. And she's saying 100%. Like all of those handwritten notes with all those bonus, she's like, we're setting a, what's the word for it? Not requirement. Precedent. She's setting a precedent with this. That like this should be a normal thing that is happening on every single tour that you go on in your entire life. You should be getting not like this amount of money, but like you should be getting a bonus.
Oh, 100%. Like somebody like a Beyonce or a Lady Gaga or an Ariana Grande like should absolutely be doing something like this for their people. Because it really, I mean, truly, these people gave up their entire lives for basically 3 years to tour with her. And obviously, dance or whatever their niche is, whatever their role is on this tour, is their their
and
life.
I can't even imagine like,
but still, I mean, that's a lot to ask of somebody. Like, I can't remember what her holiday schedule was like. I don't remember like how close. I don't remember either, but
probably because it's like Thanksgiving the next day after one of your shows, but your shows is international or somewhere you're not from. Like you're not gonna make it home for that. And I don't even know like the concept of how holiday days or PTO days, vacation days would work in like the area, because I'm not in this kind of like job, so I don't really know how they would work, but I can imagine not many or none.
Well, if I had to guess, they're probably all independent contractors. So in terms of like PTO or time off, they don't have any because they're freelancers, so they're welcome to take whatever time they want. But I mean, that being said, it's not like you can just decide one day like, shit, like I don't feel like performing tonight, like,
and like
I'm gonna take a sick day.
Did she have like backup dancers for her dancers? Like what if somebody was sick? Was there just a hole in the dance, or like?
No, I guarantee you she had backup dancers.
I don't know if them. Because I just feel like people analyze the Eras tour so closely that I don't know if I'd ever noticed if there was a
that's a good point. I know, that's actually a good point. I mean, you would have to have
like, how were you not sick over 3 years? I mean, Taylor Swift wasn't sick for 3 years, so like
I feel like she actually was. I remember one episode.
I think she was
like, I have a cold. I'm gonna blow my nose.
Yeah, I think she was sick, like, but she like not sick, like she never took a sick day.
No. Oh, that's so
I'm
true.
like, is that what everybody else was doing? But I'm
Maybe.
Like, God forbid I want to throw up once. I don't know.
I know. I mean, you're like,
how do you manage that? Are you throwing up backstage and going right back on? Like, is somebody touching up your makeup?
I mean, surely. I feel like probably, because this is always what I thought. Because I always thought about this too. I'm like, what if she gets sick? Like, even not sick, but just like, how would you not be so exhausted that your body would just shut down? And then I was like, oh, she probably has like, and I don't mean this in a weird addiction type way, but she probably has some sort of like IV drugs, or like she mentioned like a vitamin drip.
She did, like, but she called Travis her vitamin drip.
But like, I bet you she did have actually something like that, and I bet you she would give them to her dancers too.
I guarantee, if like she probably provided them with a whole like space for that, for any kind of, not just like a drip, but like masseuses and like, I don't know, a therapist, because that's a lot to do every single day, and to be in the spotlight like that hard. Because when you're with Taylor, you're going to be analyzed deeply.
Yeah, especially just for like, I mean, and we're talking about the backup dancers because those were the ones that I feel like everyone would talk about on TikTok. Yes. But like, obviously, there's so many other people behind the scenes. But yeah, I mean, especially with a concert that was this scrutinized on TikTok, and not scrutinized in a bad way, but just like they're looking into every single detail. Yeah, I can imagine that you might see some comments about yourself that were less than positive.
For
but
sure.
I mean, I certainly hope not. Like, this is just supposed to be fun, and I don't know. It's like, it makes me happy to know that even with the price gouging of the tickets, that at least that money went towards people that worked really, really hard.
Yes. You know? I agree. I was thinking about that too. I highly recommend anybody to watch this documentary, by the way, even if you don't like Taylor Swift, even if you didn't have anything to do with the Eras tour. Just in my opinion, it's just deeply fascinating to like even see how a tour works. Like, I don't know if did you watch that Katy Perry documentary, like the part of Avery? That movie was my hyperfixation.
Oh my God, I'll watch it.
I had it on DVD and I'd watch it weekly.
I'll watch it tomorrow. I was DVD.
Obsessed
I wonder where I can watch it.
I don't even know. I haven't seen it in years. I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with it. And it was when she was going through her divorce with Russell, and like she was on a really big tour, and it's just kind of showing her going through the emotionalness of going through a divorce while having to do this big extravagant tour because she wore the craziest costumes and had like the craziest like background. God, I loved that movie. So good.
Oh my god, 2012.
Yeah, it was my life.
That's so wild. Okay, I'll try and figure out somewhere I can watch it because now I want to see it.
You can rent it on Prime.
Okay, I'll rent it on my mom's Prime. Just gonna be like, why are you renting a documentary from 2012?
It's important.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think everyone should watch it. I'm gonna make my family watch it because it's really good. And to Julia's point, it's just like watching a documentary about any sort of major thing that's happened in pop culture history, you know? Like, people love like I'm trying to think now. I like can't think of another example, but
I just love
like
the
there's documentaries
of everything. Like I'll watch any tour documentary of anybody.
I know. I mean, there's like there's a million documentaries on like the Beatles or Michael Jackson, or, people like that. So it's just the same, People just love to hate her, but even if you do, watch it because it's really informative and really shows what goes into a tour like this.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. I'm really excited for the rest.
Me too. Changing the tone a little bit to one of Taylor's most well-known feuds.
Lord.
Perhaps not, though. I would love to think that maybe they've squashed this since Kim and Kanye have
Kim
gone
is
divorced.
way too busy to care, and so is Taylor. So, like, let's consider it squashed.
And do you
they
remember?
Both are extremely busy.
Do you remember when? Oh, I forget what album it was. Maybe it was Midnight's. And like the North posted a video on TikTok of her dancing to one of Taylor Swift's songs, and everybody was like, "Did your mom see this?"
Guys, her mom runs her account. Don't be stupid.
I know. Thank God, she's too young to be on social media.
This has like nothing to do with like the real stuff in this episode, but did you notice that Kim's kid was like holding a whoopee cushion for like the entire segment that he was in and like squeezing it the whole time?
Oh my
like,
God,
when they were like in the house and then in the car on the way to school, he was just holding a whoopee cushion.
Oh my God, no, I didn't notice that.
And at the very end, like towards the end of that segment, he was like, "Mom, can I bring my whoopee cushion to school?" And she was like, "No."
She's like, "Absolutely not."
He's like, "No." He's just holding it, squeezing it. Like production had to have like cut out the sounds that it was making, but I was just like cracking up. It was so funny. No, I don't remember which kid it was.
It was probably the little one. I would be so annoyed if I were like an editor, like, oh my God, not me having to edit out fart noises.
I was dying. It was just making me laugh because it was just like his emotional support whoopee cushion.
But he's like has it on a leash.
Yeah, he needs his little whoopee cushion.
I loved the scene. Like, I loved watching Kim like in her day-to-day routine with her kids. Do you think she really does that every day?
I couldn't get up. She had like one piece of hair like sticking up straight out of her head like Cindy Lou Who, and it was just making me laugh.
I didn't notice that, but it was funny when she was like, "I always have at least one kid in my room every single night." I was like, "Oh my God, I don't even blame her. What is she supposed to do? She's a single parent. What's she gonna do? Like, if she wants to get any sleep at all, she can't be waking up every 30 minutes telling her kids to go back into their own room."
Yeah.
But also the Tooth Fairy bringing $2 like sent me. I was like not.
I was expecting her to pull out. I don't think these exist, but like $1,000 bill. I was expecting that.
And I was expecting at least a 20.
I was like, I feel like we could splurge.
I know.
I feel like I even got $20 for a tooth once.
No, definitely not me. I probably got like a quarter. Inflation. Also, the cake that Scott sent her. So we see Kim graduate law school in this episode. Congrats, Kim.
Yes, Kim.
I thought that the graduation was so fun.
I thought that was incredibly sweet because she just like wasn't gonna celebrate herself because she hadn't passed the bar yet, and I was like, shut up, like no. Like, that was
I
huge. That was
know.
6 years of your life. And, like, hearing them talk about her, I loved it. I had a great time.
I know when they flashed back and it was like 8 years earlier, I was like, damn, like, has
Yeah.
she really been at this for that? It doesn't even feel like it's been 8 years, like, as a
Yeah.
viewer, you know? But basically, like, I feel like the whole episode, aside from like a couple of rogue scenes with Kourtney and Travis running a half marathon, and oh my God, I'm so stupid, and
Chloe
Chloe going to
traveled.
Germany.
I was so proud of her. She
I'm
never
so proud of
travels,
her.
let alone alone.
And she
She never
really
goes
seems like she
anywhere.
enjoyed it.
I was so happy for her.
She seemed like she was having a really good time.
She got that little award.
I know, and she looked so pretty in her little green outfit.
Yeah, she made me.
Um,
I was happy for her.
Actually, I stand corrected. A lot happened this episode. King Kylie era photo shoot.
It was a slay. That was such a good idea for her to do for the 10-year anniversary. Like, great marketing.
Agreed. I remember that era of her, but I don't remember
I
it
do
being
too.
called King Kylie.
To me, it was just Kylie's lip kits. That's what I knew it as. I didn't realize
Kylie's
it
in her
was
lip
ever
kit.
King Kylie.
Yeah, it was
Like,
like
I know
matte
exactly what she's talking about, but I
lipsticks.
just like didn't realize it had a different name.
Yeah, some of the headlines that they were putting up on the screen, like on the magazines, were so diabolical for a tabloid to be writing about a 17-year-old.
A
Like, that was
17-year-old.
crazy.
But then she made me
That
laugh.
was
She's like, I
literally
was actually
crazy.
19.
Yeah, they were like, Kylie's pregnant at 17. She goes, I was 19.
I was 19.
And they were like, it's Scott's baby. What?
What? That was the crazy part.
You know what I'm about to say.
I know, but I'm also mad about it, so I'm ready.
Like, the gag is nobody even gives a fuck if Kourtney's there. So
No,
I don't even know
just
don't comes in
come.
swinging.
If
Just don't come.
say I had like other engagements that I needed to be at that I had committed to prior. I knew I would only be able to be there for 30 minutes. I would have just not gone and talked to Kim about it after because it was a surprise. If it wasn't a surprise, I would have talked to Kim about it before. But because it was a surprise, I would let it go till after. But like that's just like not a sufficient amount of time. Like a typical graduation is gonna be an hour to 2 hours. If this was a real law school graduation. And like if there were like I'm saying, like as if there was a bunch of students there. It was just Kim. So like I don't know how long that ceremony was.
I would say probably like the speeches and stuff probably took like 45 minutes.
And also, this is your sister. Like, this is your sister. Bring
that's what
the baby at this point.
Right. Like, that's what I feel like is bothering me so much about it is the fact that, like, Kourtney, like, it's no longer you being a good mom. Not that it ever really was, to be completely honest. Like, nobody was really worried about how good of a mom you were or weren't. Like, but the fact of the matter is, you are a terrible sister. You're a bad sister, and honestly,
she doesn't
an
even care
worse person
either. Like, she doesn't care that she's a bad sister. Like, you can
she
tell
literally
her that
does not
to her
care.
face because
Like,
she truly does not believe what she's doing is wrong.
No, but also she thinks that like that what Kim is doing is wrong. So it's almost like she is acting this way because she wants Kim to know deep down that she's not co-signing this whole law school thing.
Also, like, why does it have to be a whole big thing that you have to leave early? Like, if that was something I would have, if like I needed to leave early for some reason, I would just Irish goodbye.
Right. And also, why is the first thing that you're saying when you enter the event, Chloe, why did we have to get here so early? Like, I told you she wasn't even going to be here yet. God forbid Chloe wants to show up for her sister.
God forbid. Like, and also, who cares that you know that you're determined Kim is going to be late? The second you think that, Kim's going to be on time. And that would be on you then.
Right. And also, not her getting mad about Chloe moving her seat. Chloe moved your seat because she knew you were going to leave early. That's why she moved your seat. Because she's not going to push herself down to the end of the table and then let there be a fucking empty seat next to Kim because
she deserves to be next to Kim.
Just in case anyone never missed it, Kourtney has to go home and breastfeed her kid. Just in case the entire world didn't know that already. Yeah. Like, and also, not her showing up, like, why is she, like, her talking about her busy morning. Kourtney, you literally don't work. You have one kid to take care of. Why are you acting like you literally have the weight of the world on your shoulders? And I know you have at least one nanny with you at all times.
I have no words for her because it's so just like inappropriate and there's nothing anyone can say. There's nothing anyone can say to get through her at this point. Like nothing's going to change how she's going to think.
Because how dare she show up to Kim's law school graduation and start mom shaming her and Chloe.
And also, Also, didn't she dress up? And didn't she say she wasn't gonna do that anymore?
Right, Kourtney, what happened to. I just really don't think that I feel like I identify with those fashion choices anymore. And I'm just gonna live my life and be comfortable. Girl,
Like, she might have been wearing, like, not heels, like flat shoes, but you still dressed up. I thought you couldn't do
right.
that. I thought you couldn't be like
there's
that.
there's one on the one hand, like it's one thing to not dress up for something that's just casual, like, oh, you're filming a scene like at your sister's house and it's like nothing serious. It would be another thing entirely if she showed up to Kim's graduation party in like sweatpants and a t-shirt,
So at least she understands some etiquette.
Yeah. She's just like literally a horrible, vapid human being. Also, you know what was funny to me? I was thinking about this because you know how a lot of like people from not America tend to talk shit about the Kardashians?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like I've seen videos where Europeans or something, specifically like Europeans, will be like, "What is with you guys and the Kardashians? Like, they're just this rich family, like what blah 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 blah." And then I was like, "Oh my god, like the Germans are really eating really eating Chloe up. Like they love her." And then I was like, "Oh my god, is it because her name is technically of German descent?"
Chloe's name is?
Yeah, Chloe is a German name.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
And I like this is definitely not why, but like that just clicked in my head as I was watching. I was like, oh, like maybe they love her because her name is a German name,
That's so funny.
right?
I mean, you never know. We did graduate to a new fun trip for Salt Lake City.
We did graduate. This is like a graduation from their below deck trip. Like they went to the Caribbean and now they've made it all the way across the pond
To
to
Greece.
Greece.
I would love to go to Greece. I know you've been to Greece.
I've been twice.
Desperate. Okay. Okay, Chloe.
No, literally. I am Angie K as far as I'm concerned.
I do they normally go on 2 trips? Am I going crazy?
Well, honestly, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I feel like they've been on a lot of trips this
Is
year
it
because
just
they
really
also
close
went on the
together?
RV trip.
Yeah. Is that just they're just really close together maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I think the issue is they reconcile their differences, not saying everybody's on good terms, too quickly when they're at their home base. Like
Oh.
they get too okay with each other at their home base, I think, because they have like separation. But I truly think that none of them like
Mm-hmm.
each other, so when you put them in one room, like that's where they get all their footage.
That's a really good point. Also, it just gets like boring, you know, like if they were to just be at home most of the time, it's like you have to give them something to do. It's kind of like on, I know you've never watched this, but Summer House, for example, like on something like Vanderpump or The Real Housewives or whatever, the exciting things that they do every year are the trips. On Summer
Mm.
House, because Summer House is already them on vacation, they throw their parties. So it's like you always have to do something to kind of like switch up the vibe
Yeah.
because otherwise, you know, it would just get boring. But I also think too, something that I just thought of, maybe they do go on this many trips every season, but they're usually not this many international. But I kind of feel like because Salt Lake is still relatively young in comparison to some of the other housewife franchises, it takes a while for them to build up to the international trips because they have to be making money. Like
Yeah,
the show itself
fair.
has to be making money. So maybe that's why. But I mean, this is my question. What is, at first I was like, what is with them carrying shopping bags from designer stores off the plane? Like, is this the new carry on? Like, I was so confused. And then I was like, oh, it's duty free. I was literally like, do I need to go buy a Gucci bag so that I can have the shopping bag to carry on?
I mean, you could,
True. I mean, there's no law against it, but I just thought it was funny. But then they were like, okay, duty free.
but then like they're fighting over the Cartier watch, which I feel like I don't know. I guess we didn't see the original fight, but I felt like Heather was just like trying to start something for like really no reason.
I agree. I thought it was
Like who
funny when I was
cares?
watching it. Yeah, it is. To me, I agree. I think she was like trying to get under Lisa's skin. I think it worked. Like, it's very easy to get under Lisa's skin. I've seen people online be like, it's the way Heather was trying to start a fight and like Lisa just didn't care. I can promise you, Lisa cared. Lisa cares about
Yeah.
everything. But I do agree with you. She was just like trying to start an argument. I'm glad that Lisa didn't take the bait because nothing repulses me more than when it's usually Lisa with Angie when they get in like a literal pissing contest over who's richer and who has better stuff.
I will
Like
never understand that. Like, get
it's
over it.
it's so tacky. Also, like,
You're
I don't
both
know.
rich. Let's like move on.
And also, are you guys really that rich? Like,
If you have to tell me you're rich, I don't think that you're rich.
Right. Like, rich is Lisa Vanderpump. You know, these women are Salt Lake City rich, which don't get it twisted. We're in very different tax brackets. But I'm a viewer of the show, so I'm gonna judge. But like, that's my thing. It's like Salt Lake City rich is a very different rich than most like major cities around the country. So it just always makes me laugh when they're like, I have had 4 Porsches. I'm on number 4. And Angie's like, I'm on 5.
Like, it's not a flex to have a shit ton of cars. So shut up.
It's not. Also, like, wrong audience. Maybe if this was an audience geared towards men, but like me and my girls, like, we don't really give a shit about a car.
No,
so
I don't. Not really. I would rather never ever have to go through the process of buying a car again. It was horrible and I had a terrible time.
Right. I mean, I don't even have one. That shows you how much I care about the car. Like,
well, I have to have one.
Right. Of course, but that's part of the reason I moved here.
Yeah.
But I was giggling when Mary goes, Cartier? That is a grandma watch.
I was geeking when Lisa goes, I waste a day being ugly. It was like, with her dumbass glam.
And the way that all the other women still look literally gorgeous without makeup on, and Lisa's the only one that looks like she aged just 20 years.
Yeah, and she wears, even Angie made a point of this, I think is who it was. She was like, she was 3 hours late to do glam and she's wearing sunglasses.
And it's dark.
It's dark
and she's wearing no, that's such a good point. Angie is not having Lisa. I honestly feel like it's to the point where Angie, I feel like she used to be like maybe a little bit jealous of Lisa, just like her stardom on the show, and not even necessarily her lifestyle, but I guess just the way that she was perceived. But now I feel like it's to the point where Angie just like is like, she can't stand Lisa. Like, Lisa annoys her.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like a I love to hate her. Like, that's how I feel like it is with Heather. I feel like Heather just loves to hate Lisa, but ultimately still considers her a friend. Angie, I can tell, is just so fucking annoyed with her all the time. Everything she does pisses Angie off.
Yeah, and I completely understand Angie's POV, because there are people like that I have interacted with, and when you're on that level of just pure hatred, like, there's nothing they can say or do to make you enjoy their presence ever again.
No, right. It's truly like sometimes they cross that line and they can never come
you
back
can't come
to the
back.
other side, you know. But then we have Bronwyn.
This pissed me off.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. You explain it.
She was so open. I don't know, 2 episodes ago, whenever that was, she was so open to Whitney about how Todd was essentially cheating on her with these, like, looking at photos online of other women and, like, talking to other women. And she was, like, having a conversation with Whitney about the possibility of, like, a potential open marriage if that was something that Todd needed. And then they bring up the fact in a group setting, Whitney's like, let's talk about it. You're not wearing your wedding ring. She's very open that Todd's not living with her right now. And they talk about it and how they need to work through some things. And then we're at this stupid ass trip and she goes, what do you mean? Todd and I are fine. We've never had a single problem a day in our lives. We're not in an open relationship in any way. Why would you ever suggest that? Why would you ever bring that up? Why would you ever say that? Why would you ever tarnish my marriage in that way? I was so angry.
No, I totally
don't lie to me.
It's like, the only thing that I can say in her defense, I saw some clips of Bronwyn doing interviews after this episode came out, because people are obviously confused, like, why she's, you know, now shutting down about this information when she was so open about it. And basically her response was, when we filmed these scenes where I'm talking about my open marriage or my marriage issues, I was told by producers before that scene with Whitney that we needed to film things about, quote, the plane incident. But they didn't specify what that was. So she thought that they somehow found out about Todd on the plane looking at crude photos. So she's thinking, oh, the plane incident, like, somehow they must have found out about this, or maybe she told them, but like, they didn't specify. So then when she shows up and just immediately starts talking about what Todd did on the plane to Whitney, and then Whitney tells her what happened on their plane, she's like,
so she thought, like, theoretically all that footage wouldn't have
like,
been
you've already
used.
opened, you can't put the
like,
toothpaste back in the tube.
So that, because then she spoke about it in that whole other conversation for Brittany.
Yeah,
so
maybe, or she just thought, like,
she's already been open about it. Why the change? I just, like, I don't understand. It's one thing where you're just like, I just don't want to talk about my marriage today. I just want to be on vacation. She could have just said that, and then that would have been that.
I know. I feel like it's probably because like Lisa and Meredith were there, and she knew that she would get like that they would. Like,
and it could have been like the way Angie said
once
it.
again,
I thought it
that's
was
just,
weird
like, what you
too.
sign
Like
up for when you're part of
I
the
think
show.
she was just trying to make conversation, but I thought it was an odd way to bring that up, and that like I can see myself getting mad in that scenario, but still you can be polite back. Agreed. And it didn't have to be a thing.
I know. Angie's done that a lot this season. Like, she keeps bringing things up that just like, it's like she's not doing it in a mean way, but then it's like, Angie, like, why'd you say that? Like the whole TikTok thing with Meredith's husband, and then like Todd farting and making out. Like, she's the one that brought that up too. Like, I don't understand. But somebody who once again pissed me the fuck off this episode was Meredith. Like, she's literally giving us nothing this season. I don't honestly.
Well, I've heard
like a.
Did we talk about this? Because I've heard she's been like demoted to friend of.
I think she actually might get fired.
Just like on TikTok, like nothing like credible.
Because I've been hearing the same rumblings. Yeah, I heard that she
I'm
took.
gonna go look.
At Real Housewives of Salt Lake City out of her bio, out of her Instagram.
Well, and then the other person who was taken down to friend
people
of.
Are thinking that that's
Whitney.
Why.
Is what I heard in this video. I hope not too, but like if I want one to be true so bad, so then like the other has to be true.
This season.
Yep, there's no words. Award-winning jewelry designer, fine caviar. I'm not even gonna try to say that next word. DJ and water bender. Meredith Marks caviar. When did she throw water on? Oh my god, because she threw
water on Brittany.
Was that this season? Oh, yep, that was her. That was her. That was crazy.
Yes, yeah. Remember when they were on the boat and she like dumped the water or something? Yeah. I just was getting so like when Heather's like laying into her and then she just goes, I don't agree. And then just like doesn't say anything. It's like, Meredith, you won't even argue at this point. Also, I've seen a lot of people say that they're not on Heather's side because they think that she's being like annoying and like trying to self-produce too much. Do I think she's probably dragging out the plane incident a little?
Yeah. Also, if it was that bad,
I want to see the footage,
like if the abuse was that bad, it should never be forgotten.
Relevant. Right. So true. But I think it's like the thing that really threw me off was she's like talking to Heather and she's like, you just are holding your friends to this insanely high expectations, impossible standards. And I literally thought to myself, Meredith is like mad at Heather for like holding her to this impossible standard, but like wanting your friend to act like a civilized human being, the bar is on the fucking floor. Like, wanting your friend to act like a civilized human being is not holding them to an impossible standard, I fear.
No, absolutely not. I think the only other thing that annoyed me is Lisa taking 3 hours to do glam.
Oh my god, she's so vapid. She's giving
and
Kourtney.
Then like not join in on any of the group activity. Like, this is a group trip that you're getting paid for to go on. Like,
right. And
why do you need to be?
Angie's point, you're gonna sit here and glam for 3 hours and miss like a sunset in Greece because you need to have your makeup look done. Like,
ridiculous.
It's just weird to me. It's like, I understand maybe if this was her first season on Housewives and she's like not used to seeing herself on camera and is like, I need to have my glam done because I know that I'm gonna be upset if I don't. But like, Lisa, at this point we've all seen you without your glam. Like,
we just did. She wasn't wearing any makeup on the boat because she couldn't bring a glam team.
Literally insane question. Can I bring glam on the boat? Can I bring glam on the boat? No, Lisa, you can't.
Oh.
Matter of fact, why don't you just go overboard?
Speaking of boats, let's hit Below Deck.
Love, love, love. I mean, I just don't know what to say about Nathan making Joe lead deckhand.
Okay, so at first I was like
against
angry, and then I was all fucking for it because Max became an idiot.
Yeah, and I honestly kind of was always like, I feel like Max is a little dumb. But then like the last few episodes, I feel like he had been good. Like, since Joe arrived, I felt like it was okay. So, but then he immediately does the same exact thing they yelled at him for last time. He let a guest drive the tender.
And that wasn't a Nathan thing. That was Captain Sandy. And he told him that. Like, you don't disrespect a captain. He's going to get fired.
You think?
I think he's going to get fired. I think he's going to get fired. I think Kizzy deserves to be fired if she's about to sleep with that guest, like they're alluding to.
Okay, so actually I'm glad you brought that up because I think that Kizzy's not going to do anything with that guest. And the reason I say that is because I noticed something in the editing.
Okay.
And that very last scene of the two of them standing like on the balcony or whatever, her with the guest, she says, quote, I think we're alone. But they chopped that. Like that it was not like a clean edit, and on top of that we didn't see her saying that to him. It was like she was off screen and the camera was cut to him. I don't think she actually said that in that moment. I think that they pulled that from somewhere else. So I think it's all gonna lead up to like she's gonna be like I thought about it, but I don't want to lose my job. Like I don't think she's actually gonna sleep with them.
Well, I sure hope so that is the ending, but I have no trust in her.
No, 100%. How many people usually get fired every season? Because we've already had
not
two.
This many. This is a little crazy. You just can't disrespect the captain like that. I wouldn't blame her at all if Max ends up getting fired. I think he would deserve it. But I don't know. Maybe he won't get fired because they already fired 2 people and that doesn't look good. So I don't know.
I know. Oh my god, I didn't even think about him getting fired because I'm just like.
No, literally, Kizzy says it because Nathan's complaining to her. Maybe it wasn't Kizzy.
Oh,
no, it had to be Kizzy because yeah. Because if it was Kathy, it would have been something entirely different. Because he's like, yeah, just fire him. And like it's just as simple as that. In this industry, you just can't afford to really make mistakes like that.
Yeah, because it's so competitive, and also safety is on the line.
Literally, like safety should never be questioned.
I was actually thinking that Kizzy hooking up with the guest would actually be a good reason for Aisha to demote her. I was kind of wondering if that's
for sure.
I was kind of wondering though if that's where they were going to take that storyline.
They could. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. I haven't really seen this ever happen before that I'm like can think of. I've only I haven't. I don't think I've seen any. It's just crew on crew, not crew on guest, because the guest is there for 3 days max. Like you don't have any kind of connection.
I also was thinking that Aisha maybe kept Kizzy on the boat when they went on their little sailing excursion. I was thinking she did that intentionally because she didn't want Kizzy to be
probably. Probably.
Yeah. Also, not Josh getting mad at Kizzy. That was funny. When she was like,
if we did some like just take a look-see at the other episodes, I've never seen dinner on a yacht before 8 p.m.
I know, it has been late.
They're always late because they're just like, I don't know, European, I guess, because I think that's just like kind of just what they do. And they have lunch at 2 p.m. No one wants to eat dinner at 7.
Okay, another question. Are the chefs not supposed to do family style?
No, a lot of times they do plated meals. But you can do family style depending on what the meal is. I know that Aisha was getting upset that it was family style every time, but I think that's mostly because it's more work than for the crew. Because they have to then make the plates for the guests rather than the guests are receiving their own plate that has been made by Josh. But like also Josh is one person.
Yeah.
And the deckhands can help with the serving, so like I understand why he's doing what he's doing, especially if it was like a large group. I don't remember how many were in that group.
It was, I mean, maybe like 6 or 7, and they're also men, so and a lot of them were athletes, so it's like I'm sure they eat a lot.
Because and then I was like thinking that like that one really fancy restaurant we used to go to at the beach was always family style.
Oh, Cacique.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point, actually.
Well, so I was like, is this normal? Because I was just trying to think. I was like, I don't really know how many. I've never been to a Michelin star restaurant, so like I don't know what the standard of normal is for that, like what level of fine dining she's talking about. I don't know.
Me neither. Because to me the guests didn't seem to mind, so that's why I was kind of like,
I prefer, like, I think family style is better because I can get more of something that I really liked. I don't know. I've never minded, like, I love a good buffet.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that is weird, it's like I can understand why Aisha's like, it's really uncomfortable to have to scoop some of the things that he makes out onto a guest. It's like, okay, I have like, just for example, not that he's making this, but okay, I have a bowl of roasted potatoes. Like, how many potatoes do you want? Like, I don't know how many potatoes. I want 5.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I can see why that's like awkward because I mean, it's like, typically a buffet style, a family style buffet style is like a bit more casual, but like you're saying, he's one person, and also they are sailing around Spain, and that's kind of like a Spanish. They are right, Spain. It's like
who
the boat. That's where they're sailing around.
Oh
Spain.
Yes, sorry, I was not catching on.
Well, I just, for some reason, I was like, maybe they're not, but I think they are mostly.
They're in the Mediterranean,
That is kind of like a Spanish thing. Like, it's like a lot of tapas or like shared plates, or paella is like a huge Spanish dish, and that's obviously
she was like, well, for
thing.
Paella I'll let it go. I'm like, girl, what?
I know. I kind of would like to see a conversation with them next episode.
I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna say anything about it.
I know. Also, poor V getting so
Ugh,
sick.
I feel so bad. The physical reaction to grief, like I can only imagine.
I kind of just think she has a cold. But
I mean, I think that's fair.
Regardless, I think my thought process was, why is she up already? Like, we see her going to bed, and in the next scene, she's already up. I'm sure it's been a couple hours, but I feel like she should have taken off the whole day and night.
Yeah, I think she should have taken
Like,
the whole day.
These 3 men can pick up the slack.
And like Nathan's already calling for her to come back. I don't know how much time has passed, but yeah, she's like right up and at him. I was like, has it even been an hour? Because I just don't think that it had, because they were showing timestamps. And like when she went down, it was 6 something, and when she was back up, it was 7 something.
Oh my god, like, leave her alone. Nathan really needs to get it together. He needs to be a better bosun, I think, because that's not good behavior. Like, if your person is clearly very sick and Captain Sandy is even telling her to go rest for as long as she wants, like, you better not wake her up. Nathan's
leave her alone.
Nathan's losing me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything too bad yet, but like, not him as like a character with the crew, but him as a bosun, he's losing me a little.
Yeah, I just don't really think he was ready for that.
I agree. I actually think that Joe would be a better bosun.
I can see that.
I actually feel like Joe does know what he's doing and seems to be very smart. And I'm not saying that Nathan's dumb. I just think Nathan's not a great leader. I actually think Joe would be a really good bosun. So
I think leadership is, and this is not saying anything about like their like ability to do the job. Like they can both do the job very well, but like being a manager is just something entirely different. Like being able to lead people and like having people believe in you to have the ability to lead you. It's just not a quality everybody has.
100%. No, I totally agree. I think that's what we're lacking here. Someone who is a leader this episode, because the women dubbed her one once again, is Taylor Frankie Paul. They are so weird with this MomTok shit.
I don't understand why there has to be a leader. I don't get that.
Okay, you know what's funny? I actually did see, I wish I had screenshotted it so that I could like say the name of whoever made this video that I saw. I saw a girl make a video talking about how she thinks, so let me back up. We're talking about Mormon Wives. At one point in this episode, we're talking about Mormon Wives episode 5. And one point in this episode, the girls are all at somebody's home, and all of them are there except for Whitney and Demi. And all the girls are like, Taylor, we need you to be our leader, blah, blah, blah. And I saw a girl make a video about saying how she thinks that they were doing that because they're trying to put the blame on Taylor for whatever might go wrong in the future. Does that make sense?
That's so shitty if that's true. But like, what's gonna go wrong? Like, what are they so terrified of?
Like, I just feel like the what word am I looking for? The perception of the women on this show changes so quickly. Like, for one season, Demi was the favorite, and literally not one season later, everyone fucking hates her. So I feel like they're worried. They don't want to rock the boat too much because they don't want to come off as like the mean girl, because they've said it, which this really, to me, this bothers me about this group of women. I've seen them say in interviews before, the interviewer will ask them, what changed with Demi? Like, why were you guys such good friends with her in season 1 and now we're seeing that you guys are at such odds? And almost every single one of them I have seen say this at least once is, well, like Demi, it's like she's funny, like she's a funny girl, she's funny to be around. So I feel like because of that, if she was being nice to us, then we were just like, that's just Demi's personality, like she's just funny and snarky, but it's okay because she doesn't mean it like that. But then the moment that she started coming for them, suddenly now she's a mean girl. And I agree that she's a mean girl, but I think all of them are mean girls.
Yeah, they can't take the heat when it's mean to them. Not that I'm excusing any of Demi's behavior ever, but
no, of course not. But to me, that speaks to their character. We already know Demi's a shitty person, but to me, that speaks to their character more than it does to hers, because you're saying that you sat here and watched her be terrible to, I'm just going to use like Whitney and Jen for an example. You sat here and watched her be terrible to these 2 women who were postpartum, and I'm going to pull out that excuse because they love to use that excuse. But then, like, you never said anything because, like, you just thought she was funny, but now it's to you, and now she's a horrible person, which I agree she is a horrible person. I don't think Demi is a good person. Like, in her core. But I do just have to call out that little bit of hypocrisy.
No, I think that's totally fair. That's so shitty to think that if that's truly their intentions behind having a leader.
I know.
But like Taylor is just like a natural leader. Like everybody just kind of flocks to her.
I know.
And that's not something you can learn.
Mm-hmm. You're so right, and I've never really understood it because she's actually the most chaotic person I've ever witnessed in my life, perhaps.
Yeah.
I just think I think the thing with Taylor is that she has like cool girl energy, and like she just is so I don't give a fuck about the drama, but she somehow is always finds herself involved in it.
And then this is our first episode with Whitney's reappearance.
It is. What did you think? I mean, you're not a Whitney stan, so what is your thoughts that she's back?
I don't know. I think she's annoying around the girls, but then I'm like fine with her when it's one-on-one. I don't know how to explain that. Like,
yeah,
because she just won't like say, she just won't like say I'm sorry, but neither can the other side. So
right.
It's just like it's just like irreconcilable differences. And I don't think she has an interest in being friends with them, and they don't have an interest in being friends with her. But like sucks to suck. Like at this point, like that's your coworker. Get over it. Mm-hmm. You all have to work with each other. You all have to be at all of these same events. You can be civil. She can do whatever she wants to do to help her career, because that's what all of you are doing. You wouldn't be on a TV show if you didn't want to help your career.
Exactly.
And like as soon as all of you found out about Dancing with the Stars, all of you were excited about it. Layla wants to be on it. Jen wants to be on it. Whitney's your coworker. She gets to want to be on it.
Right. And also, I hope, like, my thing is, I just hope that they realize that there is no show without Whitney. They are literally one incident away from this whole thing breaking down, because now Whitney's got some other shit going on in her life that's a lot more prestigious than this show. And I will say, like, I didn't like Whitney in the first season, but I didn't understand why the women were so mad at her. In season 2, I just really think it's one of those things where I feel like she did everything she could to try and reconcile. She tried to have sit downs with them. She tried to have conversations, and in every single one of them, besides Taylor,
literally
would not forgive her. None of them would. Like, she sat down. The only one who was willing to give her a second chance was Taylor.
And you can't get mad at her for getting a half-ass vote back into MomTok, and then her not wanting to like do anything with you guys, because all of you clearly don't want to give her a chance when she was like working pretty hard in season 2 to.
And it wasn't even a unanimous vote.
Yeah, and so just I don't know, get over yourselves. Obviously, we know how it ends. She auditions for Dancing with the Stars and she gets it, but then they cast 2, so that'll be really interesting to see that happen.
I'm so excited to see all that in season 4.
Like how they went through the process of like deciding to do 2, that's really interesting to me. Like 2 from the same show, but I mean, because they've done it in the past with like they have The Bachelor and they have The Bachelorette, but like that to me is those are 2 kind of different shows.
I think you know what okay, so I see what you're saying, because like last season, like Joey and Jen were on the same season, but I think that they wouldn't have done that except Jen was a last minute ad. Remember?
She was?
Yeah, because her season ended right before Dancing with the Stars started, and she got really screwed over by the guy that she picked.
Yeah, she did.
They added her late.
So I wonder who dropped out.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't even know. I don't even think anyone did drop out. I just think they added her. I think there was an extra person. The thing I think that the women are too dense to understand too is that the reason, like, it's all, why are you friends with Demi? Why are you friends with me? Why are you, blah, blah, blah. You're betrayed us because you're friends with me. The reason why she started to be friends with Demi is because the women were so mean to her for so long. And so she feels bad when she starts to see that happen to another person. Mm-hmm. Every single one of those women turned their back on her in season 1. And she saw the exact same thing happening to Demi after season 2. She's not just going to leave someone out in the cold like that. I wouldn't be able to do that either if I had been the one taking all the heat in the first season. Yeah, something I was getting so confused by is at Miranda's birthday party, she's like saying to Jen that she never left MomTok. But then in every one of her damn confessionals, I'm talking about Whitney, she's like, she keeps referring to coming back. So I'm like, make that make sense, Whitney. Like, are you in it or are you out it? Because I'm getting confused. Like, stop telling one thing and then saying something else to us, thinking that, like, they're not going to see that, because they are. Yeah, I think maybe at that point, though, because obviously the confessionals are filmed later, so now I'm, like, wondering if
maybe something changed. Yeah.
Or she was like, she like saw some of the footage or whatever and was like, oh my God, maybe I actually wasn't back in. Like, that's embarrassing. And like, here's the thing with the conversation with Jen. I just really think that Jen is way too immature to be on this show because
also,
like,
time and place. This is a birthday party, just like with Macy and Michaela with Chase. Like, time and place.
Right. Time and place. Right. I don't think that Whitney being friends with Demi negates what Whitney did for Jen when she was there for her when all the other women weren't. Like, I think it's ridiculous for her to assume that Whitney should be checking in on her every single day when she moved to Arizona when none of the other women did, and she's not mad at them for it. And also, the other women were being just as mean about Jen as Demi. Jessie was being awful about Jen.
Yes, she was. And, like, she's forgiven.
Right. So that's what I don't know. It's like, I know a lot of people don't like Whitney, and I'm definitely a Whitney sympathizer because I just think she's too talented for this show, quite frankly. But.
Well, she's going on Broadway, so you're getting your wish.
Right, exactly. But, like, I just feel like there's such a double standard, and, like, I really think the root of it is Michaela and Macy. Because if they were to fully forgive Winnie, which I do believe that they have at this point, like, just from what we've seen on social media.
Yeah, and they were at, like, all the Dancing with the Stars shows.
Right, and it's like, why? Like, I just don't blame her for not wanting to beg for their approval. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Well, you also, like, reach a certain age where you just don't care anymore.
Exactly. And also, okay, this is a genuine question.
I don't know how old she is.
She's like 30s? 31.
Okay.
This is a genuine question. Am I the only one that thinks that it's insanely weird that the women are so mean to Whitney but so nice to Connor? Like, do they not see?
Yes, that's so odd to me. You can't like one and not the other. I don't know.
Like, I don't get that. How on earth are you going to sit here and be so awful to Whitney? But then, like, obviously Connor has had his, difficult, like, he's obviously been through a lot and whatever, but, like, I don't know, like, I get that I agree, like, I think he seems like a good guy, and I honestly commend them for staying together through.
Well, but here's my thing. He apologized one time, and I feel like a lot of these girls are apologizing, but no one's accepting it. But Connor apologizes once, and everybody's okay with it.
Right. No, exactly. And, like, I don't know. I just don't. Oh, I don't know. I don't get. I'm, like, tired of. It's like, it obviously keeps it interesting, the fact that Whitney is, still being ousted for the group. So it's not that I, like, want it to end, but, like, I just wish that the women could see some of the hypocrisy in what they're saying, especially Jen and Jessie. I feel like they're getting to the point where it's like, guys, you are telling a completely different story than what actually happened. At least Michaela, I'll say this about her, at least she's been consistent this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, she's not being friends with Whitney just for her own gain. So, at least that we've seen. There was other stuff that happened this episode, but honestly, that was the most interesting part.
There was a lot of stuff, but, like, it's a lot of individual journey kind of stuff that I'm rooting for everybody in those scenarios.
We see Demi at the party.
Ew, that was such an odd fight.
I know. And not them filming it themselves.
Oh my god, I didn't even feel like it was filmed themselves. Like, you're telling me somebody was, like, up in there with their camera above their head, arms straight, filming that? Don't lie to me.
The same thing.
Don't lie to me.
Speaking of Demis, or Demis, as it appears to be pronounced in Vanderpump Rules, do you know who Demi is? Have you gone your head around the characters?
I'm still getting there, but I know that she's one of the little managers.
I feel as though her attitude is a bit misunderstood.
In what way? Like, you think, like, the attitude is warranted?
Yeah, like, I don't think she's really doing anything wrong.
I mean, I agree. I think you could be a little bit more professional as a manager, but, like yelling at her that she was missing for an hour, like, you could have just been like, hey, where have you been?
Yeah.
I was looking for you and I couldn't find you. Like, what were you doing? And
also Natalie being like, Demi, I wasn't gone for an hour. Like, why are you acting like that?
I wish they had shown us how long she was gone for. Did they?
No.
Because I was like, can we, like, prove this? Because y'all have cameras everywhere. Why aren't we proving it?
Where are the timestamps? I agree. Also, I will say something that's interesting is that this is the first time that we've seen a cast, like a main cast member, be a manager on this show. Like, that never really happened on the original. Like, Peter was the manager and literally still is one of the managers at SUR, I think. But
wait, why aren't we seeing him?
He's like he's like, at this point he's got to be like pushing 50. So I don't know, but I mean, I always liked Peter, but he's like way too boring for the show, honestly. Like he was the most level-headed of all the people on Vanderpump, the original.
What was confusing me about the whole Natalie situation is she's getting a write-up for something she wasn't clocked in for. How does that work?
I think she was on break.
Oh, I thought she had come in later with her family.
Oh, wait, do you mean the incident with her ex?
Yeah, that's what she's saying she's getting written up for.
I think she got written up because she took too long of a break.
No, she was trying to find her to give her the write-up for going cuckoo cray-cray at the bar.
Oh, no, yeah, they've definitely done that before. Because it's still Lisa's restaurant, so, like, she does not hesitate to write up a... Yeah, like, one time... Oh my god, I was literally watching this episode the other day, actually, in, like, season 3, I think it was. Tom Sandoval got into a fight with Jax, and Lisa suspended him for punching Jax in the face.
And he wasn't, like, clocked in or anything?
No. They were just at, like, somebody... I think it was maybe, like, Sheena's engagement party or something.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, she takes that. It's the same thing with James Kennedy. Like he would act up there all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, like he didn't technically work. He did work at Surf for a little bit, but then he started to DJ. But one time, like on Pride, he called Katie fat, and Katie went to Lisa and was like, "James called me fat. Like I'm not gonna work here if you're gonna employ somebody that's gonna like body shame me as their only comeback." So, and then Lisa fired him.
Good.
From doing See You Next Tuesday.
Good.
Something that I noticed this episode is that does every scene with Venus to you feel very staged?
Yeah.
Like, but I hope he becomes more natural.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's just a newness to the camera situation. But also, I just feel like that I was feeling very awkward the entire, like, boy dinner event thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like none of them are friends. So they all were like, what am I doing here?
So glad you said that because I had an identical thought. I was like, the dynamic between these men feels so unfamiliar.
It's not like, there. I can guarantee you none of them know each other's last names.
No, like the only two that I guess know each other pretty well are Marcus and Venus, but even them, like that's just such an unlikely pair to me that like I just can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, like Venus is saying they're such good friends, but like Marcus is an on-site situation for me. Like, I'll kill you on site. Like, I'm not vibing with Marcus. Like, I cannot stand that man already.
Dead. I don't like him either. He's also ugly, and I just like, can't. Like,
and you can't act like this when you're ugly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's making it so much worse. It really is. I hate to say it. Like, I know that's a mean thing to say, but yeah.
But like Marcus, you don't want to run into me in the street if you're gonna treat women like this. I'm not for it.
Watch your back. Watch your back.
Watch your back.
And I think too, so like the whole the girls night out, guys night out thing is like definitely a trope in this show. Like they did that a lot on the original Vanderpump. So like I see what they're trying to do, but it's not working.
And that's fine.
Unfortunately, they did a bad job casting.
Yeah, I was about to say cast some people with some chemistry or naturalness in front of the camera. Like, and then don't come crying to me when you can't have an authentic scene.
Right. And you know who it's on site with for me?
Who?
Chris.
I think that's fair.
I cannot stand him. Also,
wait, I honestly don't think he's done. What has he done?
I just don't like him as a person. Like he just seems so like fame hungry to me, and it's really icks me out.
Yeah, like saying he wants to model for the brand he's wearing, that made me laugh.
Right. But then also, like, men, in parentheses, Chris, but men love to say that a girl who's way too young for them is actually just really mature.
God, yeah, that made me gag.
That's their favorite line. I mean, she's only 22, but she's so mature for her age.
And then Chris and Jason are cousins.
They're twins.
What?
Or brothers at the very least.
They look nothing alike. I understand fraternal versus identical. But
yeah, no, I think they're twins.
No way.
Is his name really Jason?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was so wrong. Okay, I have to issue a correction. You're right. They are cousins. But Chris does have an identical twin.
So that's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I totally messed that up.
Yeah, his twin is who we met on the beach, and then his cousin is Jason.
Oh my god, I feel so stupid. I just feel like I knew something.
Well, he has like a huge, massive family because we kind of got into like a little bit of his background. So I think there's like room for confusion if you have like that many siblings and cousins. and your cousins are basically your siblings.
Yeah, for sure. I know. I did think it was funny when Chris was kind of like talking about his upbringing, and he's like, I just had to move to LA because in Jersey, like, I just was gonna, never leave, and like there was just nothing there for me. Him acting like Jersey isn't right next to the biggest city in the country. Like,
also he was
what are
like,
you?
he was like, well, if I stayed in Jersey, I'd probably be married with kids.
God forbid. God forbid Chris is married with kids.
And I get it, Chris. That life is not for everyone. But
100% Chris. You know what, Chris? Matter of fact, I really think we should just stay on this trajectory.
I think we should
Some
have
people-
no movement whatsoever. Stay right here.
Some people don't need kids, and that's okay.
And I think that's okay.
Yeah. I also loved how he was trying to fool us into thinking that he doesn't care about looks. He's like, it's really the personality.
Because we're all going to be old someday. And then it flashes to the prettiest person you've ever seen in your life on screen. And that's his only interest at the moment.
And that's Audrey, yeah. Like, genuinely, it's giving he's writing down these cliches on his forearm, and he's, like, looking at his arm, like, before
he's like, hold on.
Things.
1 second.
He's like, wait, what should I say here that's gonna make me look like a good guy?
Oh my god, yeah.
Also, I have to say, the spray tan scene with Natalie and Venus is, I'm not kidding you, an exact replica of a scene from the original show.
No way.
Yeah, it really, like, I don't know if they were trying to do that, but that, like, really threw me off.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know. I just think it's, like, they're trying to make Natalie, I think they're trying to give her, like, a Stassi vibe.
Interesting. Okay. Is Kim just a hostess?
She might be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she might be. Which is normal. Like, Lala Kent, she was a hostess. She was never a server or bartender. Okay. Speaking of Kim, I mean, Natalie is right in that Kim's biggest issue should be with Marcus. Like, I don't know why she's still with Marcus, but then won't have a conversation with Natalie.
I don't want to say Natalie's not complicit in everything Marcus is doing, but she didn't ask for any of these good morning texts. She didn't ask to be called. She's like a sister to me. She's like my best friend. Like, she's not the one saying those things. She's saying them because he's saying them to her. She didn't make this up.
Right.
Like, he's coming up with all of this and doing all of this and then claiming that he's never said those words before in his life. And I love when they flash back to the truth. It's always
and they rewind.
So fun.
That's, like,
yes.
The best thing. The editors just eat us up with that every time. But also, not Marcus just fully walking away while Venus is talking. Like, literally, Venus is in the middle of a sentence and he just turns around and walks away. That was crazy. And then he's trash talking to her while she's right there. She goes, hey, by the way, like, I heard all of this. Insane work. Like, she's literally standing right there. This is just Marcus and how he treats women. So that's my thought. I also think it seems to me like Natalie really wants to be a good friend to these girls, but she just doesn't know how. I think she's just probably somebody who grew up only having guy friends and now doesn't know how to have, like, girlfriends. Or maybe just didn't have a lot of friends in general. Yeah, that could also be, like, another theory. You know? Because she doesn't really seem to be that great with men either. No. Being honest. No, not really. But then, I mean, the perfect way to round out this episode was Kim in the background crying while Chris is giving Audrey a laugh. Oh my god, what a shot. Like, that cameraman was just like this. The duality of man. Yeah, for real. Is just unreal. It never ceases to amaze me, truly. 0 to 100. No, that was hilarious. Like, honestly, I will say the editors are doing a good job of making this show feel funny without cringy. Yeah, I think so. So I'm happy about that. I'm enjoying it. It's making me write things down. It's like, giving us a lot to talk about. I agree. I think some scenes could have been entirely left out. Agreed. The spray tan one, notably. I was listening to the Vile Files the other day, and Natalie, Nick's co-host and wife, was, like, talking about how she just, like, was not interested in watching the new Vanderpump at all because, mind you, she's 26 years old. We're the same age. She's like, I just don't want to watch these people partying. We're like, I'm 26. I'm a mom. Like, this is just so not interesting to me. And my thing is, who asked? Okay, watch a different show. I don't know what to tell you. So then don't watch it, girl. Like, what do you mean? Like, also, I know a lot of moms that watch Vanderpump, so. Yeah, my mom, for your one. Mom, notably. So, yeah, that got on my nerves, but I just had to throw that in there. Like, get over it. Like, my mom has been watching Bravo my entire life. Also, isn't that the point of reality TV? Like, to watch somebody whose life you can't relate to.
Yeah, fair.
That's what I thought. Speaking of people whose lives we can't relate to, holy shit, Selling Sunset.
Oh my god.
At this point, I just feel like this show has transcended the wealth that I'm like too poor to even watch this show anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing I think you're referring to, it's not even Emma's wealth, it's Blake's. Like that.
It's all of them.
Yeah, but like I'm specifically talking about like the rings that she was trying on.
Oh
because
God.
News to me and to you, she's engaged.
So weird. How not her picking out her ring without her boyfriend?
Picking out your own ring, like tell me you don't love the person you're gonna get married to without telling me you don't love the person you're getting married to.
I think this is what's happened. Actually, I really, like I said, second time watching this season, I'm actually starting to really to appreciate Chelsea for what she brings to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated when she said to Emma, 1 carat, 10 carats, 50 carats, it doesn't matter. The point of a marriage is that it's supposed to last.
Yes. And Emma just like has no thoughtful response for that.
And honestly, I'm starting to wonder if what's happening here is that this relationship, I think this is definitely what's happening now that I'm saying it out loud. This relationship is way, way deeper than we as viewers realize, and not only us as viewers, but also her friends realize. Mm-hmm. Because the way that she's just like casually bringing up to Chelsea that they're going to get engaged and Chelsea had no idea is really bizarre. And it just makes weird. Me think that she's just been hiding a bunch of stuff, or that these women really do just never see each other unless
because let me tell you, if my best friend got engaged and I didn't know, the fiance better watch his back.
Right. If you went and got engaged and like I didn't even know that it was coming, I would be like, what the hell? I mean, like, it's like your fiance doesn't have to tell me.
I feel that like, the fiance does.
I mean, I'm just like bad at keeping secrets, but
I feel like, as if
I have to tell you.
No, but like you could do it. Like you could do it.
Yeah, I could. It would be really hard. But
he'll just tell you maybe a couple of months before and not like years.
Yeah, like day of. He's like, just so you know.
Day of. Keep it together.
I mean, when has either of our moms ever kept a secret? That's number one. Holy shit. I tell my mom something and then like literally the whole family knows within 24 hours.
No, if you don't specify, they're going to tell everybody.
I know. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, also we see Sandra gets brought in. Wait, did she get brought in last episode?
Yeah, she got brought in last episode, but this is like she's finally meeting everybody.
Meeting the women. I have to say, I think it's so weird that they brought her in so far into the season.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure.
Especially when I feel like the show is about to end.
I don't know, maybe they didn't realize that like Nicole was gonna leave like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I also feel like there didn't need to be anybody to replace Nicole, like in my opinion. Like especially because she's still allegedly working for the company.
And there's so much more drama in the show that it's just like, what even?
Like like a new dynamic isn't gonna help anybody. It's gonna make things worse. But okay.
Right.
Also, 100%. Every time Alana appears on my screen, I then remember that she exists because who is this woman?
If anyone needs to be devoted to a friend of, it's her.
You give her no screen time. Like it's not even her fault. Like you just don't pay attention to her.
I know.
This is the TV show's fault. Like I would love to know more about her, and I know nothing because they don't give her any time of day. It's not fair.
I hope she still gets a fat check though for just
she probably does, and I'm like, good girl, get your bag.
Seriously. But yeah, honestly, I mean, that was really the only thing that I felt like was notable this episode.
I agree.
We see a little bit more about Mary and the robbery. It's just
also
I feel so bad for her.
Me too. But WTF was Jason wearing? That little puffy jacket.
Oh,
what was that?
I don't ever know what he's wearing. Genuinely, he's so insane. Like, I don't dislike Jason, but like he's just like such an enigma.
He is for sure. And I like how it's like essentially their show, but we know nothing about them.
Right, like he's getting a fat paycheck.
Yeah, for nothing. He's giving us nothing.
I know.
Give us more Jason.
But we are almost done with this season of Selling Sunset, so.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, I think we maybe have like 3 episodes left and then the reunion.
Oh, sad.
I know.
Honestly, good riddance. I've been bored.
Who was your front runner this week?
Like
in terms of all the shows, yeah.
Show wise?
Yeah.
Good question.
I know. Maybe we should start doing this every week.
Obviously, the Eras Tour documentary. But if I'm just picking reality, I wasn't mad at Vanderpump. I enjoyed it.
I was gonna say the same thing. Oh my god, twins. I
would say the rest of them I was like
Kardashians.
Yeah. I agree.
This is a packed episode full of Kardashians.
But like the answer for like the next week's worth of that question is gonna be Taylor Swift. But so I'll give 2. We can all give 2.
100%. I agree. This week on the Fame Files, we are covering Woodstock 99, like I mentioned earlier. And then next week, in honor of the Taylor Swift documentary, we are doing a episode on the Taylor Swift versus Scooter Braun feud.
It's a good one.
It really is. But thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Go shit talk with your friends while you listen to us.
Yes.
Shit talk to each other.
On a mission to gossip more.
On the mission. I'm scootering there. Electric scootering.
Not the scooter.
Those actually terrify me. They scare me. They scare me.
No, I know. One time I hit my ankle with one of them. Not even kidding. I know that sounds like something I just made up. I mean it though. It hurts so bad. My ankle was bruised.
No, I know. Like when you had a razor scooter as a kid and it hit you in the ankle and it was like the end of your life.
It's an occupational hazard. Genuinely. But peace and love to all. And it's almost Christmas. Yay!
It's almost Christmas.
But we'll say Merry Christmas next Tuesday.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
All right. Toodles, everyone.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week for more pop culture chaos. The stories we cover are based on research and publicly available sources. While we strive for accuracy, some details may be disputed or unverified, and this episode is for entertainment and informational purposes only.